Hi guys, it's Ray with Ray's Turquoise Turtle. I'm going to do a green, black, and a little bit of silver tray. The silver is just going to be my Silver Surfer glitter. I have some resin mixed up. I'm going to get broken down into cups pretty quick here because I don't want it to start hardening up on me too much. It's okay if a little bit dumps into the mold underneath. I'm okay with that. It's all going to end up there. I don't know that I have enough left in here for this mold, so I may be mixing up more, but we'll worry about that when we get to it. So I have some peridot resin pigments. This is a transparent pigment, not an opaque. I have some citrus alcohol ink. I have some black resin pigment, which isn't going to probably be black enough. So I'm probably going to have to grab some of that dye that I really hate using. I have some black mica, and actually I may do an end around on this by putting some of the black night mica right in that. That might darken it up enough, but I'm still going to do some of the black mica on its own. That was probably way too much, but I have an interference green. I'm going to try and layer it on top of the blacks to see if some of the interference will come through. But this is green from the Peacock series from Woody's Goodies. It'll work or it won't. You'll still get a hint of the color. You can already see the hint of the color in the splash on top. I also have just the kiwi fruit green from Woody's Goodies. And last but not least, my silver glitter. For just a hint of silver, this hollow does refract, whatever the proper word is, a lot of green. So I think it's appropriate for this one. So stir there, one there, one there. And as I mix them, I will get them off of my tray. And I think I'll be alright. This doesn't feel too hot yet. I did just splatter a bunch in there. Normally I would put my micas in the bottom of my cup first. I'm just working a little backwards today. Trying to hurry. And I got some in the glitter cup, but that's fine. I'm trying to hurry because I really don't want this to all flash cure on me. And I feel like I'm going to be headed there pretty soon. They are starting to warm up. This, it's like an anthracite black almost. It's like not solid black, but it's not a gray either. Like a deep, dark charcoal black gray. It's very pretty though. And this is that pigment. See, it's not a opaque dye, it's a translucent pigment. So it kind of mixes much like an alcohol ink. And this is that citrus ink, which to me is kind of more olive than citrus, but I still like it. So I'm going to start with running some black in the middle. And then I'm going to try and see what that interference does if I run it on top. Again, it might just end up looking white, but either way, I'm okay with it. I knew that could happen when I went into this. So I'm just going to get started, like I said, before my stuff starts to set up. And I think I may switch directions just for something different. I'm going to come in with that Silver Surfer. This is where the bulk of my bubbles are going to end up. Just because glitter, chunky glitter especially, will hold your bubbles. Let me get down in this corner. And it's not necessarily going to be even. I'll grab some more of that white. Green, rather. And I'm just going to keep layering around until I'm out of everything. I'm going to run this right down the center of that glitter. This is a black. Yes. Okay, and come back in with some more glitter in the center of that stripe. And the center of that stripe. And right down the center again. Just going to put the rest of the glitter right in the center. This is that kiwi mica. Get some more of that on there. More black. I'm going to run the black through the middle of this green that turned kind of yellowy. I'm assuming that was the citrus. I mean, it's pretty, it's just not quite what I was going for in a greens tray. And I just have this regular green left. So I'm going to go ahead and run this cup out. I don't really know where I just put it already. Happens sometimes. Okay. So I got just a tiny bit of the interference left. I'm going to run that right down the center. Once again. Alright, so looks a hot mess right now. I'm going to go ahead and take one of my little sticks and just do some big swirls through all of it. And I can feel where this is already starting to get warm and stiffen up. I can feel it underneath. I can feel the way it's breaking the surface tension on the mold. So I don't think I'm going to add any to it right now. I think I'm just going to leave it as is. That's very like 70s vibe. I'm going to let it stiffen up and then see what it looks like, and then maybe we'll add a clear top coat to it. Oh, one last thing. I've got to get my handles set in. I'm not going to measure. I'm just going to put them about an inch in from the side. And they will cure into place and be fine. They will not pull out. So I don't screw them in because then you have the screws on the bottom. Last thing I'm going to do is find an alcohol spritzer somewhere and give it a spritz for any bubbles. I am pretty sure this is going to be one of those. I like the bottom better than the top, but if you're putting your handles in while you're finishing, you don't have a choice. So we'll see how it looks tomorrow when I unmold it. Okay, I'm going to unmold this one quick. I actually really like the way it looks right now. I did pull in towards the center some with the swirls, so you have more of like the solid looking colors on the outside. It was extremely, extremely cold the night I poured this, so it was, it's still not fully cured because that's going to take a couple days, but it was extremely bendy yesterday, so I could not unmold it yesterday. So I did go ahead and pour another coat while it was in the mold. And looking at it, I don't see any spots I missed or anything. So unless it has a super sharp edge that I can't take care of, this one should be done, essentially. So let me get my mold out of the way. It's getting stiffer. It's going to take another day or two to be fully hard, but I actually think it ended up pretty cool. I like where some of this swirl stuff happened. you can definitely see where that peacock interference color came through. That's what this is. So I really do like it. And surprisingly, I don't like the back better than the front, which is what I thought was going to happen. But the glitter sunk to the bottom, and as it'll do. So I just have some of that glitter peeking through. But overall, I actually really like it, which is great because looking at it when I poured it, I was a little bit nervous that I was going to hate it. But I think it's cool that it has some transparent spots and some solid spots, and I really do like it. So there you go. There's a larger tray.